Hello, could you first introduce yourself for our viewers, please?
Well, I'm Holmberg from Helsinki, Finland, and I was Secretary General for ESPN 2003 to 2009.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your time as Secretary General for ESPN with regards to mission, atmosphere, and what things looked like at the time?
Well, I had been on the council for many years. Patrick Tse, Kate Verrier-Jones, and Jochen Eri were Secretary Generals, and we had a really good time. So I was very much into the activities of the ESPN. We had about 403 members, and at the annual meetings, I think we were 500 to 700. It was a very nice time. It is something that I always will remember. The atmosphere was very good, and people were eager.
Okay. And what would you see as your main accomplishments? The situation when you joined, what you achieved, what did you do?
Well, it was a quite critical period because we had decided to try to organize the annual meeting together with the adults and at the World Congress of Nephrology, being part of it. And that didn't work out quite well. And the ESPN had a big economical loss. So when I started off, we always didn't have any money. So that was one thing, to get the economy running again. Then the other problem that we had was that the registry that we had didn't work anymore. So we tried to start a new ESPN EDTR registry. So we put all the money on paying somebody who, together with the EDTA people, would start a new pediatric registry. And there, Yincent Tse, who was sitting on the registry council from the UK, she did a really good work to do that. So we met with the registry people, we met with the representatives for the national societies to try to get them to report. And that, over the years, has been very successful. So now it's running very well, but we started it during that time. And then another thing that of course we try to keep the annual meetings with a high scientific standard. And I think that the people who organized the meeting, they succeeded quite well, and they made a profit of about 20 to 30,000 euros, and that helped us to kind of get running. Then we tried also to have even representation from Europe in the ESPN activities, so that we tried to have on the council people representing all the different parts of Europe, also the East European countries and so on. We asked the national societies to suggest who would be a representative, and you could stay only for one period to get more change in the council. So that was an important thing, I think. And then we participated together with the ISN and the EDTA and IPNA with international teaching courses. So I think those were the major achievements. So one more, because to get money to run the registry, we had to be registered somewhere, and ESPN wasn't registered anywhere. So Peter Hoyer made a big work to get us registered as a society in Germany. So then we could apply for money from the European Union, for example.
And do you have any special wishes for the future of ESPN? What do you think it will look like during the next 50 years?
Well, I think that the registry has really been very successful. Now we are producing several reports annually, and also the big thing during my period was to get Germany involved, and it is now also included there, and they are very high standard, the reports about the results about the renal care in children in Europe. And I hope that will just, continue as it is and work well. I also think that the annual meetings have a very high standard. I hope that they could be chosen to be in different parts of Europe, and that the location not would be chosen because of political reasons, but only to have it in different parts of the world, so that doctors who otherwise cannot travel to the meetings would have a meeting closer to them, because that would then be better for the children all over Europe. And I think that the international cooperation with the other societies is important, so I would try to stress that. But otherwise I think that society is doing pretty well.
Okay, thank you very much.